peu tous les deux. Ce n'est pas la peine de courir.
C'est délicieux.
C'était sympa jusqu'à ce que tu plonges dans le lac. C'est un bassin de l'époque victorienne.
Ça, 5% des accidents chez les enfants sont occasionnés par un saut.
Et si je veux devenir astronaute?
Danger.
Hein?
Baissez les yeux, il y a une espèce d'ours probablement en train de vendre quelque chose.
Ah, misère. J'ai dû faire quelque chose d'autre.
Voyage et bonne chance, on se reverra dans environ un mois.
Attends, ça va me prendre un mois tout entier pour aller au pôle Nord?
Au moins, c'est très loin.
Mais alors ça veut dire que le Père Noël sera passé avant que je revienne?
You don't need to know me now. Standing underneath the clouds, there's no one I'd rather be with right now. Rain's falling on the ground. Make our way through the crowd. There's no one I'd rather be with right now. Will you stay around? Ooh, ooh, ooh. cycle? Can we break the wave? We've become so entangled. Our hearts, they hurt the same, but somehow we always seem to shake things off. We never seem to let the burdens weigh us down. Yeah, we're okay now. We build it up again from the bottom up. Nothing ever seems to be too much for us. Together we made a stronger start.
Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, rolling at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Gotta find a dream. This is where you wanna be.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own.
Elle reviendra. Tôt ou tard, elle se lassera de l'existence.
You claim it's not in the cards. fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny?